right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All My bad. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. What is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who I is, the good doc, Dr. Mike, back again, once again, with another classic live stream for that ass today. Sincerely hope everybody is blessed. Sincerely hope everybody's having a good one. The good doc, I apologize, is having an awesome day. Good to see you guys in the building. Great to be back again in this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Official time check about 9:03 in the p.m. Eastern Standard, which makes it about shit. slow moment. 8:04 in the p.m. Central Time, which makes it, of course, 6:04 in the p.m. for everybody repping that West Coast, and of course 9:04 in the a.m. Philippine Standard Time. Wherever you are reporting in the world today, maraming salamat sa lahat for you guys joining the good doc on this beautiful, beautiful day. All right. Hope you guys are having a good one. Hope you guys are prepared for a pretty interesting topic of conversation. You know, Doc's always fond of giving you guys stories and things to help you get an insight into my thought process and the way that I choose to navigate and create my particular live streams. First in the building, my man, fellow traveler, good to see you. My man, MD, good to see you back home, boy. Anti-gravity setting for a peace to you, my brother. Robert Morris, I see you in the building, family. Thank you. And my boy, Anti-gravity says he's heading to Latin America next week. Should have went to the Philippines instead. Don't worry about it, my G. Enjoy your time in Latin America. I'm pretty sure you're going to have a good time there as well. But whenever it lets you down, just know the Philippines is always a place you can check out, my G. But I want to go to Latin America. I mean, people talk about it. I'm more of a Costa Rica type of guy. Kind of felt like El Salvador, places like that. I think I will avoid the DR. I think I will avoid Brazil. They seem too tampered. But anyways, let me not get off track. But enjoy your time, man. Any vacation is a vacation. Good to see you guys back here again. If you guys want your shout out, please feel free to leave a comment in the chat box so I can make sure I check you guys out. Matter of fact, let me set up my YouTube broadcaster because I want to make sure that I can see my likes, and I want to make sure that I can see the people who are here so that I can make sure that my like counter and my amount of people watching match. And right now it is looking extremely dismal. Right now, you telling me right now I only got 4 likes and 11 watches? Come on, man. Please feel free to caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button like the good doc always encourages you to do so. For those that want to support the channel, please feel free to do so. But come on, man, likes are free, man. I don't want you to hurt yourself, but I mean, if you want to press that like button, it's right there for you, okay? The homie Dave Wise, I see you in the building, family. Much love to you. All right, I want to give everybody a fair chance and a fair shake to get in here before I get started on my thought process today. I'm not sure how you guys are going to take this one. I don't think that it's going to be a dramatic turn of events or a set of affairs, but I definitely want to tackle something that I believe to be absolutely intriguing by nature, okay? A lot of people may agree or disagree with this one. I mean, but hey, we do what we do. I come up with what I come up with. I leave it for the floor to answer. And y'all do what y'all do. Pedro, I see you in the building with the popcorn family. I got you, my G. All right. I think that it is about time that we go ahead and talk about something real quick. Let me share you a quick story, okay? Doc is always fond of his stories. I think that when you start with a story, it'll give a background on your, how you feel about certain things and certain topics, as you've learned from situations that have transpired in my very own life. Some of you guys may have heard this story. I think this story may have been featured. No, not this particular story. I'm sorry. But there was a story that was similar to it featured in the BOOTYLOO Chronicles. If you guys haven't gotten that book, please feel free to get that. Listed in the link in the description area below. Guys, check out the Patreon channel, man. It's awesome. For those that are on Patreon with the good doc, especially in the masterclass is definitely something that is legit shit. I take my time with that one, and I definitely want to provide the content that I feel you people deserve. Ebooks, everything listed in the link in the description area below. Check that shit out when you have a chance, okay? But there was a story that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm the type of person that in my entire life, even though I've figured out my own methods to my madness, I figured out my own way of being able to talked to Filipinas. I've had my own, situations that have, become successful. In the back of my mind, I've come across probably a handful of girls in my life and in my past where I was like, damn, how in the world was I able to get her? Okay. Probably about a handful of young ladies in my past. I look back and I'm like, damn, what in the hell did I do right to get these women? Okay. So I'll tell you a story. There was a young lady, fine as hell. If you guys are on my Patreon, you guys will know who I'm talking about. Shit, I forgot. In my first Patreon. Fuck what? Damn, I forgot what I labeled the video where I talked about her in. I forgot. But there was a young lady that I talked about on my Patreon channel, and I explained to you guys how shocked it was that I actually got with her because she was really cute. You know what she looks like. She's fine as fuck. All right. But the story went down like this. Originally, I was talking to her. I'll tell you exactly what happened because I got time. Anyways, so I was having a conversation with her. We were texting back and forth. Everything was going well. And then I kind of felt like the moment of truth arrived, right? That moment of truth where I felt like, you know what? Now was the right time to drop the line. Everybody knows what that line is. That line is basically when you're trying to graduate from point A to point B and you're going to basically ask her look or tell her how you feel and tell her that you actually looking to fuck, for lack of a better term. So you try to find your best way to approach that situation by letting her know, but you don't want to do it in a disrespectful way. So it was about that time. Okay. So I was thinking to myself, how am I going to ask her or tell her that I'm interested in, doing things like that with her? Okay. So I came up with a nice little message that kind of basically concluded with, yeah, I want us to be able to, get to know each other on an intimate level. So when I said that, she ask me, what do I mean? And then you know what that means. They know what you mean when they ask, what do you mean? But they just want to hear you say it. So I just came out and said it. So she blew up on me. She's like, oh, how dare you talk to me like that? Oh, how dare you think of me in that manner? Oh, you are just this. Oh, all of you foreigners are like, yeah, I got the whole spiel, man. It was a disaster. And I was kind of upset because, when you want something, after looking at her and you see how fine she is and you want it, you'd be like, damn, I blew my chance, right? So, yeah, she stopped talking to me for a while, probably about a couple of weeks or so. And then out of the blue, don't ask me how this happened or what happened. Out of the blue, she messaged me again. And I was like, oh shit, second chance, right? In the back of my mind. So I try to play it cool and everything like that. And then I kind of felt like she was kind of forgetting what I told her. She didn't forget. She just messaged me, and I don't know what she was expecting from me. But, I let her know, I didn't mean no disrespect when I said it. I was just being honest with you. And I think that that's the best way to be able to move forward is as long as I'm honest with you, at least you know what I want. And there's no, there's no secrets to hide or anything like that. So we ended up talking again, and then it ended up happening. Basically, point A to point B, you guys know the end. But in that whole entire situation, in that whole entire, how can I say this? In that whole entire dramatic dialogue that I had from point A to point B and getting what I wanted, something dawned on me. And what dawned on me is this. All that really matters in life is closeness of proximity. Let me say that one more time. All that really matters in life is closeness of proximity. Being in the right place at the right motherfucking time. Because I don't know what was going on in her life at that time. I had no idea. I didn't ask. I didn't pry. That's none of my business. But you know how you can tell when somebody's going through something and they kind of just want to, be next to somebody? That was literally what it was all about. She must have been going through something. Maybe she needed somebody to talk to. Maybe I was that shoulder to cry on. Maybe I was that person to lean on. So she came through, had a conversation with the good doc, and she was really comfortable around me. She just talked to me about whatever she wanted to talk to me about. And she kind of let her guard down a little bit, opened herself up a little bit more. And basically, I was just in the right place at the right time. And I think that is really how most of us get what we get when we get in. It's all about closeness of proximity, being in the right place at the right time. That's pretty much how I feel. You know, and this is how I feel about most guys. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the same rules apply anywhere in the world. I don't care if you're black, don't care if you're white, don't care if you're Indian, don't care if you're Latin American, don't care if you're Mexican. I don't care. What really matters is closeness or proximity, being in the right place at the right time. Especially when it comes to all of these guys who make promises to these Filipinas online, talking about, yeah, baby, I'm gonna come see you, I promise. And you've let her down time and time again. Come on, man. What do you think's gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen when she comes across this tall glass of chocolate milk, this bald motherfucker right here, the foreigner that's literally in the place where you're trying to get to? What do you think is actually gonna happen? Do you think that if I try to talk to her, she's gonna tell me that she has a boyfriend? Probably not, because she may not even take the situation serious with this online shit. I'm not saying that she's not serious with you, but if you made promises and broke them time and time again, trust me, I've come across quite a few of them women that are like that. If you've broken these promises, I can tell you right now, who do you think's gonna get it? You thinking that you got the best chance in the world, that you got the best girl in the world, but if she's never seen you, never met you, you guys have never been together in the same place at all, and you've been making promises to come see her, what do you think is gonna happen? What you think gonna happen, B? Tell me. Again, it's all about closeness of proximity. You could be talking to that girl for years. I can meet her in a week. I'm not saying that Filipinos are fast or anything, of course. Let's not jump the gun, but let's be honest with one another real quick. You could have been talking to her for years. I can only talk to her for a week and probably get way further than you probably ever could. Again, only thing that ever matters is the fact of closeness or proximity, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I'm not saying that she's not serious with you. I'm just saying that as the story pertains or as the story unfolds, if you've been in a situation where you've made promises and not delivered, it could be a rough go. Could be a rough go. I'm just gonna let you know right now. So again, most of the situations that a lot of us have been through, I can honestly tell you that some of the situations that I've been through personally, a lot of the young ladies that I didn't believe that I would ever have an opportunity at, I got the opportunity simply because I was there. I was in the right place. It was the right time. She was willing to open herself up to me. And I'm not saying it's gonna happen all the time. I'm just saying you just gotta be ready for that shit. However you deem it, however you feel, I don't know. You may think I'm talking out the side of my ass, but I'm telling you the truth, ladies and gentlemen. All that ever matters is being in the right place at the right time. Closeness of proximity. And I'm definitely interested to hear what you guys got to say about that. All right. Definitely interested to hear your thought process on that. And I'm not talking about Doc over here trying to take your women. That's come on now. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm not interested in worried about any of the girls that you have. I'm pretty sure that I do pretty well on my own. But I just wanted to make a statement. And I wanted you guys to understand that if you're over here, believing in the realness of online relationships, but you're not delivering or you're making promises and not delivering, could be a problem. You telling them, "Oh, I'm gonna be there next year. Oh, I'm gonna be there to see you soon. I promise," and your ass don't show up. Come on, bruh. And there is nothing more beautiful than a pissed off Filipina. If you make her mad, I bet you they're gonna be somebody to make it happy. I'm just gonna be honest, because I'm a realist, man, and I'm a real motherfucker. I want y'all to understand something. This is not me talking out the side of my ass, ladies and gentlemen. This is just a brother trying to be honest with his people. I know how Filipinos think now. A lot of people think that I don't know what the fuck is going on. A lot of people think that Doc be talking out the side of his ass, like he don't know what's really going on. And that's perfectly fine. I mean, like I said, I'd rather convince you I'm the dumbest motherfucker in the room than the smartest motherfucker in the room. So when I talk about closeness to proximity, I mean it. What really truly matters is being in the right place at the right time. Showing up, being there, being present. And I've closed on so many situations that I couldn't even tell you, just because I was in the right place at the right time. And you can say that the same rules don't apply for everybody, but sometimes I beg to differ. But definitely interested to hear what you guys got to say about the topic. I see my boy Jedi in the building. What's good with your family? Hemi, what's good? Earl Owens, I see you in the building. My man Alaska Whiskey, what's good with your family? Appreciate you coming through. Jedi, hey, I'm not going to confirm or deny that one. But MD says nothing is gonna happen. Are you sure? Are you sure? Come on, man. MD, come on, brother. Who you think you talking to, man? You see, the thing about the entire situation is this: it's all about if you fail to deliver. If you deliver, then you can hold on to them for as long as you can until you're actually able to make the move or to make the trip to the Philippines. But I'm telling you like this, man. I'll tell you right now, there are probably quite a few out there that would deny even having somebody that they're talking to online right now. If I ask them, girl, you've been talking to for years, she'll probably open up and say, well, yeah, I'm talking to somebody, but he hasn't come here to see me yet, so I don't know if we're serious or anything. Come on, man. I played this game for many, many years. Okay. I know how the game goes. I'm not going to hurt myself in the process. And I don't think that you should either. It's just the truth. Closeness of proximity is really all that ever mattered. Being in the right place at the right time with Filipinas and women abroad is all that ever really matters. If I could tell you the details of a certain story, you'd probably be like, I done lost my mind. But we're good. My boy Malcolm, Mr. MJB, in a place to be. What's good with your family? Dave, they don't want to believe me. They think I'm crazy. I'm telling you, they think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, closeness or proximity is all that ever matters. Like I said, it doesn't really matter if you're black or if you're white or whatever ethnic background that you are. I see my man Jedi says that the greenbacks do make a difference, and I'm not confirming or denying that to be true. What I will say is that deep down in my loins, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing that really matters is closeness of proximity. Again, I say it all the time, right place, right time. It is the only thing that will ever matter. Show up, be there, and I promise you, closing will probably be a whole lot easier than you thought it would be. And that's happened to me on quite a few occasions, man. Sometimes I cannot understand how I was ever lucky enough to get what I've gotten. All right. Sometimes I don't know how I'm able. Sometimes I strike gold. I mean, it's like, Doc, what the fuck? Like, I look back on some situations I could honestly tell you, and I can't realize how or why this is happening to me. But I don't know if it's God or something, but somebody was on my side and somebody was Team Dr. Mike that day, because I've gotten with girls that I didn't believe that I should have had the opportunity with. And it's not selling myself short in any way, shape, or form. It's truly just being honest with myself, thinking, damn, I shot my shot, or I shoot at my shot. That's fucked up English, I know. But I basically went out on a whim, and I just, did what I did when I did it. And it just so happened to work out. My man, Mr. Pissed Off Bus Driver, trying to put a smile on that face, my G. He says, can I get married in the Philippines, but not in the U.S.? Yeah, you can get married in the Philippines. It's not required in the U.S., but if you're going to file the paperwork, though, you just have to show a marriage certificate, and they'll recognize the marriage as being real in the United States if that's what you want to do. Shout out to the homie Lamont, man. What's good with you, brother? Appreciate you coming through. Yes, you can marry her in the Philippines and bring her over with the marriage visa, which is completely different. I don't know anything about that. I know more about the fiance visa than the marriage visa, but you can ask Jerry from Philippines Bound. Actually, you could go to his channel if you want to, and he has a whole playlist dedicated to all of the paperwork that he had to file for the marriage visa and stuff like that, and how he brought his wife to the U.S. with him. So shout out to him. My boy Smooth Ribs, he says, if you can't love the one you won't, love the one you with. Touche, my G. I agree. Hear me? Save those nude pictures and put them in a safe place. We're not into kissing and telling. Just keep them to yourself, man. That's the best thing I can inform you. My man Jedi says, don't marry in the Philippines until you have stayed with her for at least 1 or 2 years. Yes, you do not rush that. Do not rush it at all. All right, I agree 100%. Jedi, good to see you in the building, family. Hemi, that is a death trap waiting to happen, man. She wants to get with you, even though she's still married. Yeah, pass. If well, Jedi believes that it's better you don't get married. Like I said, you can't help who you love. You just love who you love, man. Fellow traveler says if you're local, you hold more value than an online romance. True, more value than any man could ever know. Now I get it though, and in hindsight, I am very respectful of online relationships. It sounds fucked up, and yes, we give a lot of people a lot of flack about believing online relationships to be real and all of that shit. We give them a lot of flack, but in in truth, getting started online is not a bad thing. In truth, I believe it's an okay thing. I mean, like I said, what really matters in my opinion, only is making sure you deliver on promises. If you're gonna tell her you're gonna show up next year, make sure you keep in that constant contact. Make sure you actually show up next year so that she can at least put a face to the name and you guys can genuinely make something happen. And once you've delivered, then it kind of makes things a little bit easier. But I've seen a lot of guys make promises and think that these girls are gonna wait around for them. Ah, only a chosen few have actually ever held true to their bond to an online person. Like I've known a couple girls who say I've talked to guys for like 5 years and he still ain't never showed up. And I'm like, damn, like you ain't even remotely try. Like, I mean, I just ask him, I'm like, you haven't had any interest in any guys that have talked to you, since people who have actually come and, presented themselves to you, you haven't had any interest. She's like, no, I'm gonna give it a chance here. And I'm like, cool. I mean, that's a very rare occasion. I will tell you that. That shit is rare. That shit is too rare if you ask me. um El Ghost, you're funny, man. Hey man, like I say, everybody picks and chooses their own situations in their life destiny. I made a video a while back. A lot of you guys won't ever remember this video because it was probably one that you looked at and probably looked over. But it was basically about foreigners coming to the Philippines and completely fucking it up. That is the only way to literally describe a lot of these guys. They come to the Philippines and fuck their lives up. I tell you right now, I came to the Philippines to enjoy my life. Tell me this, and let me be honest with you. Tell me this. Tell me, I want you guys to honestly answer me this question. Because I've never understood this a day in my life. I will ask it only once. How is it that I lived in the Philippines for 10 years? And I didn't get one girl pregnant that I know of. But y'all come to the Philippines for like 2 months and y'all be over here spitting out children and shit. Did you really come to the Philippines to like be a daddy and make babies and shit? Is that the reason why y'all came there? Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm trying to enjoy myself. I mean, I love my girl. Don't get it twisted, but we got dreams and life aspirations. There's a lot that we want to accomplish before we actually even think about remotely having kids. And it's no knock on people who have kids and shit. It's just you come through and you see how these people are miserable. I know a lot of people who are miserable with kids because they're stuck. I didn't come to the Philippines to be stuck. I came here to get the fuck away. But y'all come over here, you start fucking making babies and shit. And don't get me wrong, to my guys who made babies, salute to y'all, good fathers, do what you do. But I'm telling you, that's not the reason I came to the Philippines. If you find the one that you love, so be it, do your thing. I will never judge you on that. But I'm telling you, I look at a lot of these guys when I see them in the mall and shit, and they holding babies. They're probably in their 40s and 50s and whatnot, holding babies and shit. I'm like, damn, bro. You really want to go through the father process now? This is really what you want? Okay. I mean, they not looking too happy, but I mean, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. I just want you to be honest with yourself. That ain't the reason why you bring your ass to the Philippines, bro. I know that ain't the reason why I brought my ass to the Philippines, though. I mean, I came to the Philippines to enjoy life. I came for school, y'all know that, but aside from that, I wanted to be able to be a part of something better than this shit. And the last thing I was thinking about is spitting out a little Dr. Mike TV, okay? I did not want to start. I did not want to have my own little starting lineup with the Dr. Mike team and shit. I just wasn't ready for all that. Well, Hemi, if she's really hot, man, you can send me some pictures, man. You know my email. I mean, if you want to share, I mean, shit. Hey, 7.5 is not bad, my G. My man Malcolm says the married term gets used and abused. I'm not really a fan of, marriage and all that. But I do believe in closeness of proximity. I do believe that if you show your face and you're around, chances are you have a high percentage chance of hitting it than everybody else does. My man Jetta says the women have as much rights in the Philippines as they have in the US. When you split up as a married couple, they can get half of all you have, which is why you probably don't see a lot of annulment and shit happening. My man Lamont says the US have a new immigration policy. I've heard of it. I've heard of the new policy. I never actually paid attention to it, and that's probably something that I should pay attention to. I just haven't paid attention to it yet. My man Hemi says, I'm gonna. No, you're not. You just need to not. I'm not gonna read that out loud. So, fellow traveler says, if you meet a girl on a date inside, she has been coached to lock you in. This is to keep you focused on her mentally, physically, and emotionally, and probably financially. And you can say that. I'm not saying that that's not true, but what I have known to be accurate is that if you're with these girls for a significant amount of time, or you're actually talking to her and it's really something that gets hot and heavy, maybe she's sending you a titty pic every now and again, a little nudie to make you happy. I mean, that's kind of how she'll lock you in for sure. But aside from that, I'm letting you know that if a foreigner is there and she can get with the foreigner that's already there, you have to understand that the same rules apply. Closeness of proximity wins every time. It literally is all about being in the right place at the right time. There is no ifs, ands, or asses about it, my G. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Let me see. I'm just gotta read some shit. I'm sorry. MD, you're right, man. You do have to visit a young lady at some point. At some point. At some point, you do have to visit her. And when you don't, you realize why. A lot of girls go for the first guy that ever talks to them then. They're tired of waiting for you. Non-committal ass, basically. So Hemi says girls on dating sites are high-level scammers. You can say that if you want to. I found Facebook girls are more genuine. If they are scammers, it's more low level. The dating site girls are some of the most calculating and manipulating. Okay. Shout out to homie Mr. Wonderful, man. Happy birthday, my G. Appreciate you coming through. My man Mr. Driver says, I feel like I can get a better looking Filipina if I go to the Philippines because the good looking ones go cool on me after a few messages. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, bruh. This is weird because I hate to say it, but it the same. Fuck, how can I say this in a way that we can all understand it? I like texting, but I don't like texting. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. I like to text, but I don't like to text. So what does that really mean? That means, yeah, if I'm trying to get to know you or whatever, I'll talk to you a little bit in Messenger, but then I'm going to try to find a way to get in touch with you and talk to you, outside of Messenger. I'm trying to get some serious information out of you. So if you just keep sending messages back and forth, a lot of these girls don't really spend a lot of time on these websites. And if they do, they're probably trying to hook bigger fish or probably multiple people, which is why the messages go cool quicker, because they're pretty much probably entertaining probably more than just you sometimes. And then if that's also the case, they kind of go for the ones that are coming to see them. And sometimes if the guy is actually showing up, they may not be online at all. They may get what they can get, what they get when they get in, and then maybe they'll come back to you after they're finished with what they're doing, if that's the way it's going to be. So sometimes it's a game of chance. No different than you being the foreign gentleman talking to multiple Filipinas. These girls talk to multiple foreigners, and it's kind of a game of like Russian roulette. The first one to show up probably gets the prize, I guess. Maybe, maybe not. Tell me how you feel. My man Jedi says, so many good looking girls in the Philippines. It's hard to be tied down to one, especially if she has kids that are not yours. True that. I can see why you could say that. Fellow traveler says most foreigners hunting Filipinas have kids already. Most of them, you said most foreigners hunting Filipinas have kids already. Are you saying the foreigner has kids? Yeah, probably. I mean, I kind of like not, as far as I know, I don't have any little Dr. Mikes running around, so that's pretty cool. Like I said, I can free willingly be in a relationship. I ain't got to worry about nobody telling me that you are the father. I ain't got to worry about no Maury Povich moments. Thank God for that shit. Fellow traveler says they are happy with one kid. That's not always a bad setup for a foreigner. Yeah, I think once you reach like 2 kids or more, that's when shit starts to get a little iffy for your average foreigner dealing with Filipinos and stuff. Some guys are okay with Filipinos with kids. Maybe they're not interested in having the whole birthing process and raising children, so they're pretty much okay with just helping to raise somebody else's children. Sometimes. All right, guys, I see I only got 18 likes. I got 32 watching. I don't know if y'all on crack. I don't know if y'all don't like me or what's going on over here, but y'all gonna need to take care of that for the good, doc. So make sure you caress, molest, and distress yourself all over that like button. Come on, man. Don't do me like that. If you guys want to support the channel, please feel free to do so. Of course, good dog will be happy if y'all do that, but don't leave me hanging on the likes, B. Damn. I don't ask for much. There we go. I see 22 likes now. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, man. Don't make me struggle over here. Don't make me beg for it. I don't beg very much, but I say please. Come on now. Don't do me like that. My boy Malcolm says, I don't understand this myth or whatever that they don't have money because the malls and stores be crowded most anywhere you go to the Philippines. Actually, Malcolm, let me tell you something. This is something that was funny when I heard it. Do I believe it to be true? I don't know, but they say most Filipinos go to the mall and stuff, because of the air conditioning and shit. So yeah, you see crowded malls, but I don't necessarily think they buying stuff though. Sometimes they probably buying stuff, but most time they probably not. They just chilling. They just going to the mall and shit. And I'm not saying that they broke. I'm just saying that most people go to the mall because yeah, it's cold. That mall be freezing though. Y'all been inside them Philippine malls. It's like winter in there. Like, goddamn. For sure. Shout out to my boy Jaws 2003. What's good with you, player? He says, compared to America, having a child there is hella cheap. True. I do understand why foreigners in the age range don't want to start a family there. Yeah, I would hope that they wouldn't want to start a family. If they want to, all good. But if you come through and you just slip up, I kind of feel bad for you. That's all I'll say. Shout out to the homie Eddie Jackson, bro. Get the likes up for the good. I appreciate y'all coming through and showing love to the OG. MD says most PNIs don't know anything about using protection, so I can see how a foreigner can get one pregnant there. It's unfortunate, but I guess the shit happens. It is. I would hope that. I can understand it if about lack of protection. Filipinos don't know it, but foreigners. Goddamn, man, what have you been doing with your life? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, bro. My man Jada says, I'm not saying that there is anything bad with dating a girl in the Philippines with kids. What I am saying, it's a lot to take on if they're not your own. Oh yeah, and let that kid say you not my daddy after I took care of you. Boy, I choke the hell. I will fucking chop that child in the throat. No disrespect, but that child gonna catch these hands if that child disrespect me talking about you ain't my daddy. Come on, man. I'm a very sensitive person. If I've taken care of you and I've done right by you, and all you want to do is disrespect me, oh, I got them hands for that ass. I don't care how old you are. You gonna catch them. Oh, you gonna get all this shit. Because my parents raised me right. I'll be damned if y'all disrespect me. Don't disrespect the hand. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, bro. Don't do that shit. That's what I tell them. I saw a show the other day. What was pretty funny, though. I'll tell you about it later. My man, fellow traveler, says most of the Filipina single moms living in the city do not have their kids with them. Their kids are with the family in the province. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if they're working in the city, they don't bring their children there. They let the parents or the relatives raise that child in the province. That is 100% true. So my man Malcolm said he tried dating a single mom. Was it in the U.S. or in the Philippines though? You said you've been there, you done that. Was that in the U.S. or was that in the Philippines? I'd be interested to know. My man MD says if you have kids, then I can understand dating a single mom. That's true. Like I say, two peas in a pod, man. If y'all both got kids, that's different, But if you're a man single, you've never had to deal with a woman with kids, and you take on the responsibility of being a father figure type to a child, it could be different. I mean, a lot of guys take it on and they're cool with it, and I completely respect that. I completely respect that. But I'm telling you right now, man, I'm just, like I said, you disrespect me, man. It's a wrap. I'm gonna hurt some feelings. And I truly don't mind either. I will fucking hurt somebody's feelings. If you come at me with that sideways shit, I will hurt somebody's feelings. Cause I can't help it. You're not gonna disrespect me if I'm taking care of you. And I'm pretty sure that I don't care if they tell you, oh, you don't need to take care of my child. I could do that myself. That bullshit they try to spit. Any type of financial help that child needs and you're willing to put forth an effort to, be a part of that child's life, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. You ain't about to get that child will get these hands, bro. Just being real. I didn't tell anybody not to have kids. I said that why would you come to the Philippines and completely mess it up for yourself? I mean, y'all are making the mistake of having children quickly. I mean, I'm waiting. The operative word is waiting. I'm cool. I'm doing things the right way. I mean, I'm not sliding up in some chicken trying to, drop my load and whatnot and getting these hoes pregnant. Yeah. Is that what you want? I mean, I'm waiting to get the right one pregnant. I'm just not, just going in and having fun with it. But a lot of guys that do get these women pregnant are getting the wrong types of women pregnant. That's the operative word. The wrong types are catching these foreign children. That's what I will say. Malcolm, you go to the mall for food courts. I don't like the food courts at most of these malls, man. The food court be expensive as hell, bruh. The food court be expensive. If I'm gonna eat that food, I might as well go to my local Karen Dairy. I'd be good to go. Everybody has the right to want or not want children, my G. So if that's your thing, do you? Fellow traveler says, if you date a girl with a kid in the US, she will never be your girlfriend, and you will always be dating three people, not one. You, her, and the kid. I agree. And that child's always gonna come first, man. No doubt. That child's always gonna be number one. My man Jetta says, Doc, you're 100% right. If her kids even disrespect me, I would tell her to get them in order or they all gone. True that. I'd be like, you better send that child over to one of them relatives to take care of them, that little crumb snatcher. I ain't about to take care of that girl child if that child disrespect me. You got one time. One motherfucking time, and I'm gonna hurt some feelings, bro. You have no idea. First of all, I'm gonna make sure y'all all know who the fuck y'all talking to. Cause it's just not fair, man. I think it's really disrespectful. And if that girl ain't gonna do what she's gonna do to make sure that child is straight and put in line, then I can't fuck with it. So again, like I said till I previously interrupted myself in one of my own spiel, life is all about closeness and proximity, man. It's all about being in the right place and the right time. All of the women that most guys get, it's just all about being the right guy at the right place at the right time. I mean, it's really hard to argue against that fact. I mean, you can be a guy who is loving and caring and all of that other shit, but if you're not delivering on a promise to get to her as soon as you possibly can, I mean, or you keep falling short, telling her, "Yeah, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you. I promise, I'm gonna see you," and you don't show up, who you think gonna get that? Just answer the question. Who you think gonna get that? I mean, don't get it twisted, man. If Doc's in the right place at the right time, Somebody's feelings might get hurt. And again, I don't mean no disrespect by it. I mean, damn, it's just about what it is for what it is. Mr. Wonderful, they gonna look at you like a free meal ticket. I'd be like, bitch, all them Jolly Bee bills I got these kids and these hoes are still acting like they don't know who the fuck I am. Nah, bro. Somebody feelings gonna get hurt, man. Just being real. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna tell you, man. Uh Shit, did I miss comments? Oh yeah, my man Malcolm says in the Philippines. Oh, you did it. Single moms in the Philippines twice, and they were both nice. But I hate to say it, that the responsibility of someone else's kid or kid is not going good on your mental. I agree, man. It's a fight. It's a continued struggle, man. I ain't gonna front, man. It definitely sucks. Definitely sucks because you have to make a decision on how you really, really want to take care of that girl child, or how it really, really makes you feel. It's tough, man. All right, my man MD says you're not allowed to discipline the single mom's kids. Your job is to only provide for the half-assed women that will never be yours, her bastard children. Well, sometimes the kids may like you. Actually, you know what? In hindsight, it depends on how old that kid is when you actually become a part of their life. If you catch them when they're really, really young, maybe before the age of 3 or something like that, you may have a chance. You may be daddy. You know what I'm saying? You may be daddy, but I just, it's a hard pill to swallow, man. Eddie Jackson says, Dr. Mike is smart way to have kids. Women are expenses and liabilities. Kids are living debts. Yes, Doc is not trying to spit out no little crumb snatcher no time soon, man. I'm just being honest. I love who I'm with, and we've had this conversation on quite a few occasions. We understand where we are in our lives right now, and she will not allow anybody in her life to convince her that the time is to have kids right now. You know how Filipinos do. Oh, you're not getting any younger and all that bullshit. Man, she be shutting that shit down real quick. She be like, look, if y'all want kids, y'all have your own damn kids. Don't be trying to pressure me and Mike to have kids because that's just not going to happen because we've already had that conversation. You understand? I said, look, I'm not about to have no children and have nobody else raise our kid. All right. That's just not the way this game goes for me. It's easy to fucking spit out a crumb snatcher and let somebody's grandma take care of it, or like the auntie or whoever's not doing anything with their fucking life to take care of a child. I'm not doing that. If I'm going to have a child, I am literally going to be in that child's life. I'm going to be present. I'm going to be a fucking father. I'm not going to dump my child off on some yaya or a fucking maid to raise my child while I go out and do whatever the fuck I want to. So let me have my fun as a grown ass man here in the Philippines, getting it in with my lady and whatnot. And then when we decide that we want to drop a little genius and shit, we'll do it when we're ready. But I'm just not comfortable because I've seen it happen a lot. The yayas and everybody else raise that child, but you don't raise your own damn children. Come on, bro. This shit ain't right, and this shit damn sure ain't fair to the child. So, half breed children looking all nice and shit, but we do all right. A little half breed baby, he'd be cute, but as long as my children look more like my lady than they do me, I think I'm gonna have some cute kids. I'll be all right. But you're right though, there is no preparation for children, man. You just got to do it when you do it. But I know for a fact that I would rather at least say, all right, we can actively try to have children now because I feel like I want to. That's what I'll say. Bruh, Jedi, did that 8-year-old girl do something wrong to you to talk about her long face, man? That's not fair. That's not right. How you gonna talk about that little girl face like that? That's rough, man. Leave that girl alone. That sounds mean. Why is this like a roast battle? That ain't fair to that little girl. But again, life is all about closeness and proximity. I've said it time and time again. I'll say it one more time. Right place, right time. I promise you, you'll probably get more than you'll probably ever imagine. Oh yeah, man. Earl Owens, them Jolly Bee bills are for real, my dude. I'm telling you, man. If all them meals at Jolly Bee you got, all them toys from McDo you got on my dime, all them Happy Meals, oh hell nah. You got the nerve to disrespect me? It ain't happening, man. Just ain't right. I'm very sensitive, man. I don't play that shit. My man Malcolm says it's sad that a lot of foreigners see these ladies as more of trophies, than human beings, and it is sometimes arrogant and obnoxious towards their better half. Yeah, I do believe that if you treat your woman like that, that's damn shame. It truly is. It truly, truly is. But you have to realize who we're talking to here, man. You know how this game goes. You know how most of these foreigners are. That's how they treat their women. They're more arm candy. They're more. This is who I'm with. Look at her, isn't she beautiful? And and I mean, there's nothing wrong with bigging up your chick and whatever and whatnot. But a lot of guys go a little bit overboard for my taste. My man Malcolm says the thing is, both ladies didn't push me on the kids. They just were straight up with me, but we always have to make hard decisions and ultimatums sometimes. Yeah, most Filipinos don't push the children on you. It's just, do you really want to be somebody else's baby daddy? My man's name is Nothing 56. Dude, you got a long name, bro. It's a lot of numbers. You got to give me a name. But you asked me, how is Davao compared to Cebu City? Davao is a lot more quieter, a lot more smoother, a lot more laid back. Cebu City has a lot of activities that you can partake in, depending on what area that you're in. They got a lot of beautiful mountainous views, no different than in Davao City kind of has the same too. But in my opinion, Cebu City is a lot more populated. There's a lot more to do in Cebu City than there is in Davao City. But me, I kind of like Davao. Davao is my pace. I can kick it and enjoy my days in Davao. I do like to see more of the city when I can. More of the Philippines when I can, but Davao is always home for me. So I'll never have a bad thing to say about it. So anybody who has anything bad to say about Davao, they can suck a dick. Okay? Love you. Mean it. Um... My man Jaw says, I remember Angry Man said that if you date a single mother, either get with them before the kid is 7 or after 18. For PH, I wouldn't fly to that side of the world for a single mother but to each is their own. Yes, after 18. There you go. I like that. Get with the woman after that child is 18. But even in the Philippines, you're not required to take care of that child. But even in the Philippines, actually, at 18, them children don't leave home. It ain't like the US where that child is naturally dependent or independent or whatever and shit. They live at home till they like 100 years old in the Philippines. So that doesn't really fly either. They'll still be taking care of that child long after that child turns 18. Because 18 is about the time they start college. So paying for the kid to go to college and all that good shit. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. My man, fellow traveler says, but if your girlfriend does not have kids and wants them, then you will be under the gun once she reaches about 25. Yeah, like I said, you got to be with people who are like-minded. That's the only way it's going to work. I can honestly tell you that if it got to the point where my young lady was, I want kids and I don't, then that's going to be a conflict in the relationship. But if you guys are on the same page and you understand how you both feel about moving forward with children, then there should never be a problem. As long as there's no lies. Now, she lied to me and say, I don't care if we have kids or not, but then come out and say, we should have had kids fucking 5 years ago or some shit. Then I'm like, damn, why the fuck didn't you tell me that 5 years ago so we could have at least talked about it? Damn. But it happens though. Shit, I don't know. But kids are basically a choice. That's what I say. Having kids is a choice, man. You choose whether you slip up or not. that is perfectly on you. My man Malcolm says, I almost told my folks I don't know if I want that Western mentality to rub off on my kid. And believe me, we both know it shows in all aspects of the West. That is true. I'd probably want to raise my kid in the Philippines, man. Just being honest. If I had the choice, if I have children, they'll probably be raised overseas. I'll say overseas, not the US. But I don't know though, because I want my child to get fuck. That would be hard for me to say. I would want my child to get everything, have all the opportunities that everybody else has, but it's just hard and rough to want to raise a child in that environment. Cause hell, I want to get away from it, and I'm pretty sure you guys are the same. My man, fellow traveler says, if your girlfriend has kids, then you will not have that pressure. The lady may also work harder to keep you happy as long as the kid likes you. I agree. Yeah, I mean, you should have a good relationship with the kid if you can, if you can. Sometimes it's just not always that easy. Fellow traveler says it's very much a game you must play the right way. True. My man Jenna says she had a long face and I was doing everything for her. Screw that. If you don't appreciate the little brat, you gotta kick it to the curb along with the mother, bruh. I mean, well, if the girl was being a little asshole, then I understand. I was like, why you talking about her face for, man? If she did something, she deserved everything that you said to her. But I was thinking, man, I mean, if she's being nice, it's different. But tell her take her long ass face on. That's just how fucked up, man. But I understand it. I probably would have said something mean too, because I don't take disrespect lightly at all. My man, Mr. Wonderful says if she ain't chasing paper the right way, then we don't have anything to talk about or have anything in common. That is true. Let me get through these comments. Okay, I made it down to the bottom. Hey, my boy Kim Jong Barack, what's good with you, bro? Let me see. Hold on. My man, fellow traveler says when you date the girl, you're the boss regardless of the little rugrat. You outsmart the kid. Your prize is mommy. I said once I get mommy, I could give a fuck about you though. That's all I'll tell you. Look, it's not worth the headache, man. I'll tell you straight up. It takes one time to be disrespectful to me and I'm out. That's true. That is pretty much it. MD man, good luck to you, bro. Appreciate you coming through. My man Jenna says she's respectful enough, but she's sulky and spoiled little brat. I got her a good tablet and had to tell her mom to thank me. Damn. Yeah, that's entitlement. I feel where you're coming from. Even if she's not mean, that's some like entitlement shit. And I couldn't fucking deal with that either. You're right. Fellow traveler says my girlfriend treats me awesome now, but I had to win over the little prince. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it just depends, man. I mean, it's true though. Like in any relationship, when there's kids involved, you do want to make sure the kid likes you, because if the kid don't like you, then it does put a strain on the mother to be with somebody that the kid could actually like, because she wants both of the men or in her life to actually get along, right? So I respect it. My man Kim Jong Barack says, what you think about Filipino workers that work in Dubai? Actually, in Dubai, it's not as bad as in other Middle Eastern countries like Kuwait and Saudi and stuff. So they may not have it as bad in Dubai, but any women going into these Middle Eastern countries, they definitely have a high percentage chance of getting into some serious issues over there. I guess that makes sense. But Dubai is not as bad as Kuwait or KSA, the Kingdom of Saudi, no doubt. We talked about that one in the OFWs perpetuating the lie of being rich overseas workers or something like that. We had that exact same conversation in the one of those live streams I just did. So my man says, have you traveled to other parts of Mindanao, Mike? Yeah, I spent some time in Tagum, spent some time in Surigao del Sur, spent some time in Nambutaran, and then Jensen, and then Digos, and other places like that. They're okay, but I try not to travel too far away from Davao City, because those places outside of Mindanao may not be the safest, okay? Just gonna be honest. There are places that I pick and choose to go because they're okay. But there are places that I don't go because I cannot assure my safety, like North or South Cotabato, Zamboanga, places like that. Any place past Digos and Jensen, I won't go. Mansalan, those are pretty rural. Rural. Sometimes I say that wrong. Rural, whatever you say. Those areas are pretty rural out there, so you could disappear easy. So I don't really take a chance going into places like that. In Zamboanga, just dangerous, bro. I don't know what it is. It's just not my cup of tea. Don't tickle my pickle. So I don't go that far out either. So MD says, I don't have any patience for kids that are not my own. Me neither. I truly don't either. Malcolm, I'm not cold. I'm just realistic, brother. Just being rich. Kuwait is a very rich country, but I'm not sure how they treat Filipinos out there. They probably treat them okay. Jedi, I appreciate the love, G. I appreciate the love, man. But in Kuwait, yeah, it is a rich city. Yes, and to be honest with you, I've always wanted to go to work in Kuwait, because in case you guys aren't familiar with currency exchange rates, Kuwait, the Kuwaiti dinar trades one Kuwaiti dinar is worth $3. So let's not shit on that country. I'm just talking about its place as far as safety is concerned. But let's not shit on Kuwait, man. Kuwait got that money. The Kuwaiti dinar is dangerous. The Jordanian dollar, too. This is just for my currency fanatics. I'm a big currency fanatic, and I always talk about the currencies that are worth more than the US dollar. Of course, we know about the euro, we know about the British pounds, but the Kuwaiti dinar and the Jordanian dollar, those motherfuckers are dangerous. That's where the real money's at. Very, very rich country. No doubt in my mind. But like I said, I'm not shitting on Kuwait. I'm just more so about how they treat the people over, like treat, women and, Filipinas coming in to work over there. That's all I really talk about in reference to safety. But the money, oh, it's there. No doubt in my mind. It's there. My man Malcolm says a case of right place, right time is there is a time and a place for everything. Touche. I agree with you, man. Like I said, Jed, I appreciate you on that one. You said Malawi isn't an area I would travel to. I would probably pass on that shit too. My man Lamont says, how is Pampanga, Philippines? Bro, are you just asking me about AC again? Don't worry about it, bro. AC is okay. AC is not bad. But Pampanga, like, there's a place called San Fran. It's pretty cool. And there's not too many foreigners. Actually, a lot of people don't know this, but outside of AC, there's not that many foreigners that occupy that particular area of Pampanga. Like, I think it's San Fran or San Fernando or what is it? San Fernando? I think it's San Fernando. San Fernando in Pampanga is dope. It's a small area, beautiful little mall, man. You can go up there and clean house, man. I'm telling you, you go to these smaller areas and shit where there ain't that many foreigners and fucking clean up. A lot of people want to go to these areas where all these foreigners are and shit. Why you want to go there and fight people and deal with, a whole bunch of other foreigners and shit when you can go to these areas where there aren't too many people occupying these areas and clean house? Don't get me wrong, there ain't nothing wrong with a little healthy competition, even though there's so many women there. You should never be in competition over any female. But in hindsight, I'm just thinking to myself, with these smaller rural areas and shit, they really do well. Like, you can really do well out there. That's the best way for me to put it. And that's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say about that. Fellow traveler says you can have a new flavor every day of the week. Yeah, you could probably do that anywhere. Just gotta be careful. Smaller areas, a little rougher because they can pretty much see you on a daily. So yeah, when they get used to seeing you around, it may be a little bit more difficult to try to squeeze in and have a little bit more fun when yeah, you can't get with the girls like you hope that you would in smaller cities for sure. My man Jedi says only issue with OFW girls is that in the Western world they get a taste of it and can change from sweet little province girl that they were. That is true. I agree. Pampanga has good spots, but AC kind of saturated now with too many foreigners almost everywhere. I'm telling you, go to I think it's San Fernando. Go there. I like that place. That place has a lot to offer. Y'all think I'm crazy, but San Fernando is not a bad place to check out in Pampanga, if I'm saying that right. Somebody will correct me if it's wrong, but I think I'm right. But yeah, AC saturates it all. That's true. Yes, fellow traveler, you said the exact same thing. It's harder to be a male gigolo in the provincial areas. They already know what you look like. It's just not fun. My man Elgo says there's no walking street or floating bars in Jordan or Kuwait. You can't even look at a woman the wrong way without risking bodily harm. Yeah, you just have to go there for the money and work. Leslie, if you're trying to hook up, just don't go there. Okay, it's not gonna happen. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's not gonna happen. It's just highly unlikely, and it's not worth my life. I'm just there to get that money and go home. That's the best way to put it. The Observer, man, was good with you, bro. My homeboy Reggie Dollars in the building. What's going on, bro? San Fernando, he said not personally met her yet, but talked to her on the daily via video chat. San Fernando was a dope spot, man. It's I have nothing to say. I have nothing bad to say, man. Jedi, do you believe that story? Do you believe that story? Jedi, I'm looking at you right now. I'm reading your comment, but if you believe it, where is the evidence that it actually came down to that and that it actually happened that way? I would love to see the proof of that. Rain Man was good with you, bro. Uh, yeah, fellow traveler, it's a great question. I want to see the proof that it actually happened. Okay. If it went down, then it went down, man. The boy got the battle scars to show that he be getting it in. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't gonna hate on the man for doing what he does. I mean, it's a risky life to live, but we gonna do what we gonna do, and we gonna have fun doing it. I mean, what can we do? mm. Sam Mom, what's good with you, bro, man? You're not late. You can always catch the replay, my G. It's all what it's gonna be, man. I'm all about having fun with it. And we were talking about closeness of proximity, being in the right place at the right time. You can be with women, or being with women online and all of that stuff is, it makes it a whole lot easier when you're actually in the country. You close a whole lot better when you're around. Sometimes you just have to be in the right place at the right time. The end. That was what we were talking about earlier. But now we're talking about something a little bit more interesting. My man says, Mike, are you famous around Davao being one of the few black guys there? There's another black vlogger there, and I know a Filipino seen him and his wife at the mall a lot. Am I famous? No. People know me, like people recognize me from time to time. And it's cool, it's nice. I've taken pictures with a couple of people before. Make you feel good that people recognize your content, but I'm not. I like it, man. I enjoy my privacy. I like being able to go out and have my fun and, people not bothering me and shit. So, people ask me about popularity and all that shit. Like, oh, do you want to be a popular YouTuber? I don't want to be a popular YouTuber. I just want to make videos, have fun, make a little money from it if I possibly can. It's not, I don't make a lot, but, I want to make something happen with it. But as far as being popular in Davao, like I said, I get recognized every now and again. It's not a regular everyday thing. Or if it is, if people do recognize me, they don't like run up to me and be like, "Oh, are you that vlogger dude?" It doesn't happen for me that way. So I'm cool with it. Jedi, why would he lie? Shit. I mean, if I'm keeping it real, why would you lie? Shit, for the views, man. Fuck. Well, I mean, that's very easy. For the views. I mean, think of it like this, man. If people know that you got shot in the Philippines, wouldn't you want to hear that fucking story? Be real. Whether it's real or fake, wouldn't you want to hear the story? Like, how did it happen? What did you do? Oh, so you were banging some dude's chick out and he shot you or shot at you? Fuck, that's a story that you would want to share. I mean, shit, it's intriguing, it's interesting, and it brings people to the channel. It's marketing 101, man. Shit. Like there was my boy Sam Wan told me one time, I'm not gonna get into what he said, but you kind of drag other people's names, like bigger YouTubers' names into your channel and shit like that. That kind of brings a lot of attention to you. So, same rules apply, man. If somebody shot me, I would tell you about it. I got shot in the Philippines. Dude was mad because I was banging his wife or banging his girlfriend. That's a story to tell. It's a truthful story to tell if it happened. So, I mean, for the hits and views, that's the reason your average person really does videos nowadays, right? If you want to become famous, why not? Do it the best way you know how. Controversy and whatever has made your channel grow from what it is so far. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Mm. But I'm not mad. It is what it's gonna be. What it's gonna be, man. Come on, Malcolm. You know the game, bro. This isn't nothing new. We've been there. We've done that. I mean, it's gonna happen. My man Reggie says, "Oh, you're gonna be here in November? Oh, will I be here in November?" He said, "We gotta hang on. You gotta hang for an evening if possible. If you're gonna be here in November, all you gotta do is let me know where you're gonna be at, and we can see if we can make it happen." Doc's been fucking bouncing around Katayawan and you know, shit, man. I've been a little bit on the fritz a little bit lately, so I've been all over the place. I haven't really been sitting still, which is unfortunate, but just let me know, man. Email me. I'll see what we can do, man. I can definitely try my best. My man Malcolm says at the end of the day, violence, drama, and sex sells. Always. Yes, man. Fuck. If I got shot, if I was banging out dude's chick, come on, man. That's literally what sells, man. I mean, if you want to get attention, what better way to get attention than, you know, that shit. My man Eddie Jackson says, I looked up the cost of living in the Philippines and I was shocked how cheap Davao is compared to Manila and Cebu. Y'all don't sleep on Davao, man. I'm telling you, everybody's sleeping on Davao like that place ain't the shit. But nobody believes me. And I'm not telling them anymore, man. I'm not gonna sell my trade secrets to you anymore. If y'all don't believe in the realness about my city, then I'm not gonna force it on you. I tell you one time, just check it out. If it's your pace, if it's for you, good. If it's not for you, I understand. Okay, I'll never be mad at people that said Davao's boring because it can be for your average foreigner. It can be very boring for your average foreigner. My man, fellow traveler says jealousy among Filipino guys is there. Oh yeah, they're jealous. Come on, man. Shit. They're jealous. I mean, they don't like a lot of us being there anyways, and I'm not mad at them for not liking us for being there. I am respectful in the way that I choose to navigate and do my own thing. And I just would hope that other foreigners would do that too. But it's just not the same for everybody. The way I navigate and do my thing is never going to be the same way that somebody else does. I navigate quietly, very quietly. Like with that, if I didn't have a YouTube channel, people wouldn't know that I exist. That's how quiet I am when I do my thing. And I've been able to successfully do a lot of different things that a lot of people probably wouldn't even know. Because there's no point in bragging about it. That's the thing. You can't brag about it sometimes. So that's why I like what I do. If I did not start a YouTube channel, I promise you, nobody would even know of my existence. Period. I could live in the Philippines and nobody would ever know. Like, I see that black guy around every now and again, but nobody really knows nothing about him. So, yeah. Davao is very strict, yeah, in conservative city, but it's my city and I love it. Elgo says, Mike, would you join his dating club if he really got shot? He would be defeating the alleged goals of his business. Okay. So a lot of people ask me about that. Okay, but let me be honest with you. I'll put it to you like this. A dating club, dating site, however you want to set it up, perfectly fine. As long as you're not selling bullshit, then you're good to go. I mean, I will never shit on a man for having a dating club. I mean, personally, I don't understand it. If you're just trying to hook guys up with girls is different, but if you're trying to have people looking for relationships, that's different because it goes against the principles. It goes against the principles that we see with a person creating a channel like that. I mean, his perception is, look, man, look at me banging out all these bitches, having the time of my life. If that's what you want, join my dating club and I'll hook you up with these girls. That's different. But if you're trying to like sell like relationship shit, you know, I mean, a lot of these guys are probably in it to not fall in love, but you'll probably think that they're in it to be with some girls for a long period of time. It kind of may not follow suit with what your intentions are with that particular club. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Personally, man gonna do what a man gonna do. Like I said, you can either love him or hate him, but people do what they do. Like I said, not everybody likes me either. I mean, I do think that it's a little bit different for somebody like myself and everybody else. And the reason that I say that is because there's a lot of shit that I could not get away with. You understand? There's a lot of shit that I do that if I put it out there, I wouldn't be able to get away with it like some other people do. And I'll put it to you like that. I will only say it like that. There are a lot of things that I do that if I put it out there in that particular perspective, wouldn't be able to get away with it at all. People would be looking to take my whole damn channel down and shit. But it's good times, people. Reggie, if it's on you, my G, I mean, I'm like I said, man, we're gonna try to link up, man. I'm not gonna shit on you. Just give me an email, reach out to the good doc whenever you touch down, man, and I'll definitely tell you where I am so that we can see if we're in the same area and try to find time to link up for sure. My man, fellow traveler said, I heard Devo girls are shy and hard to get them warmed up. That is fuck. It's not false, but it's not as hard as you think. It's a little bit harder to warm them up because of how liberated those girls in Manila are. They're used to dealing with foreigners on the regular. In Davao City, it's just not it's not a common thing. That's what I'll say. It's not a common thing. That's all. Fellow traveler said, I went and saw his site and available talent. You could really get into hot water and get banned from the Philippines, if not worse. There was a matchmaker not even a year ago that got raided by PNP and was charged with ooh, goddamn, that's even worse. Like I said, man, never shit on a man trying to make money. He's trying to create a business, and I am all for making business. That's pretty much what life is all about. You got to do your thing to make things happen for yourself. But like I said, just got to be careful with how you choose to navigate your thing. And like I said, however it works out, my G. And that's the only way I can say it. That's all the thing I can say. Oh, my bad. I had to put my phone on mute for a second. Like I said, bro, all you can ever do is wish that man the best of luck and pray that it all works out. I mean, it's a doozy. Mm, mm, mm-mm. Hey, man, don't be talking about my crown apple, bruh. Mr. Wonderful, you know how the game go. Doc all about that crown apple. I love it. My man Pedro says, Mike, some of us don't have the time to wait for these women to warm out. Some of us usually only got a few days. That's why we talk to them in advance, man. Haven't I always told you that, man? If you want to get them warmed up, at least get to them in advance. Shit. So when you touch down, you already have a general idea of what you walking yourself into. That's what I tell my people. And that's the way that I will always say it. If you ain't got the time, bruh. Yeah, and you're right. I did have a lot more time than your average foreigner would. I agree. But talk to them in advance. Give them a chance in advance. I mean, I'm telling you, it's a whole lot easier than you think. And it takes time. I mean, that's the beauty of it. I mean, shit. Where's the beauty if there's no challenge? And I'm not talking about it being so challenging that you go to your wits end and make it happen, but I mean putting in a little extra work, man, it keeps you on your P's and Q's and keeps you on your toes. That's all. That's all. So get started early, man. That's what I encourage my guys to do. If you gotta talk to them online, do that. Nothing wrong with that. My man Jedi says you mess with underage girls in the Philippines, you're signing your own damn death certificate. Oh man, I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole, bro. That is my least favorite thing to even worry about or talk about. So I make sure that everybody is of age where I be doing my thing. So we all know the story about old boy. Yeah, that story came out a while, and that's been the talk of the town for a long time. That was about a couple years back, I think. So yeah. Well, damn. Are you guys making insinuations that are a little bit intriguing right now? Are you guys trying to tie another person's website to another person's website? I mean, because that sounds a lot like somebody's trying to say that somebody picked up where somebody dropped off. And I'm not sure that's cool. Not sure that's the best way to go about it. Oh yeah, I've seen Philippine jails. They suck. Oh my god, they suck. I've seen it. Not because I've been there, but I seen it and I ain't a fan of it. This shit stinking there. There's a fucking hole in the floor where people piss and shit. It's weird. And you pissing shit. Oh god, it's fucked up. Yeah, man, them cells be sucky. Oh man. My man John says, what do I think about the girls that want relationships before you meet in person? I've been seeing that more lately with Filipinas I know and new ones I meet. Oh, that's cool. I mean, tell them, I'm open and honest with them, and I let them know that, I truly have feelings for you, and I think that this may be something we can get into. But, you don't have to commit and say, you're my girlfriend. You don't have to, but they do ask for that shit. And even if you do tell them that shit, it don't really mean shit until you actually see them in person and shit. My man, fellow traveler says, you don't know if they're of age unless they are checked via dental records. Fake ID is as favorite pastime in the Philippines. Yeah, I get it about the whole fake ID thing, but there are IDs that you cannot fake. Like some IDs in the Philippines you can't fake. So yeah, if you're talking about a postal ID, yeah, you can fake that shit. But like a school ID, something with like some real information on it, yeah, you can't really fake that shit because it requires you to put something real on there, especially, government sealed and all that gay shit. Yeah, it's kind of hard to fake that one. Oh shit, how many people watching, man? We got 26 watching. Where are my likes at? Cause I gotta figure this out. We're 25 likes. Get the likes up, guys. Appreciate you guys coming through and showing love. Make sure you take time to caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. All right, if you guys want to support the channel, please feel free to do so. But of course, the good doc is happy that you come through. Spend just a little bit of time with him today. Now and then, back to my regularly scheduled programming. My man Malcolm says, I guess that's the purpose of being on YouTube. Look, man. Everybody's reason for YouTube is different. I enjoy YouTube. YouTube's fun for me. Like, you guys know my view counts be like minimal at best. A couple. I might do about 500 now again. That's probably about my average, and that's good. I think that's fine for me. But I don't know, man. YouTube is taking a different direction, man. If that's what they're online doing now, that's a little rough, man. Jedi, that is $1 million question that I cannot answer in public, man. Just say the words a long ass time, okay? I'll just say one long ass time. That's literally the only way I can define it. My man Kim Jong Barack, love the name, boy. That hairline is awesome, by the way. He said nothing is solid until you meet in person. True that. Always agree with that. My man Jaw says exactly. I keep telling them I'm not doing anything until I see them in person. They don't get the memo. That's the only way. I'll tell you, look, baby, I like you. I care about you. I think that this may be something, but I can't wait to see you so that we can, make this relationship real. That's kind of what I tell them. I want you to know that I'm trying to make this real, really, really real. So, yeah, they don't get that, then I don't think there's any other way you can explain it. Kim Jong Barack, if she's a 10 and her grill is busted, yes. The answer is yes. I don't have to stare at her mouth. Just tell her don't talk. Keep her mouth shut. Or bend her over. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but just turn around. I'm going to hell anyway, so I'll be all right. Just know that it was a hell of a ride, people. Just know that it was a hell of a ride. But yeah, that doesn't make sense though. Pedro, you make sense, man. She's not quite a 10 if her grill is busted. But let's just say that she's a positive, well, close to a 10, I guess. YouTube is becoming a little bit different, man. I will say that. I will definitely say that. It's becoming a little different. But as far as the site you guys are talking about, I haven't been made aware of it yet at all, to be honest with you. So this is something that I literally have to check out and find out on my own. So as soon as this live stream is over, I'll see what the talk is about, because I haven't heard. I've heard about something like it, but I've never seen it for myself yet. So if there's a link or something to it, I'll check it out. you know, because I don't know what's really going on until I really know what's going on. But like I said, man, I will never shit on a man that's trying to create his own. I'm not mad at that. I'll never get mad at that. And, you know, the reason I won't get mad at that is because that's what you do. If you want to make something that is going to be a part of your legacy or something that you want to be able to, you know, create for your own, you got to love the thought process behind it. I mean, you're basically pandering to these thirsty motherfuckers, and the operative word is thirsty for the most part. Um, and it's easy money. If you want to be real, it can. I'm sorry, it can be easy money in the process. That's what I will say. My man Malcolm says, have you tried that Impossible Burger yet? Not sure if there's a Burger King in Davao or your area. Yeah, there's a Burger King in Davao. They just haven't yet. So yeah, I've never tried it yet. Might be good though, but we'll see. Jedi man, appreciate the love, brother. Thank you for coming through. All right, man. It feels like it's about Doc's time to go ahead and close it out this evening. It's been a pretty decent talk. We've had some great moments. We've had some flattering moments, and we'll just see. We'll just see how that game goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me get my shout outs and touch everybody in the most inappropriate way before I leave, because I could not leave it any other way. I don't know if it's any good, Rain Man, but I've heard a lot about it, and if I ever get a chance to try it, I'll see. My boy, if you guys want to know the truth, shout out to my big brother from another HT Logistics, man. Check out his channel. He did a review on the Impossible Burger, like literally, like just before I came online. I saw the notification for it. So yeah. If you guys want to check out a review on the Impossible Burger, check out my brother HT Logistics 3434. He did a review on the Impossible Burger just today, probably about an hour or so ago. So it's on his channel, and he'll give you his honest opinion on it. I think that you'll never be able to know unless you try it yourself. So I appreciate it. Nothing. Appreciate you coming through, my boy Eddie Jackson. Always good to see you, my boy Reggie. When am I back? That is $1 million question, because I don't even know. I'm taking my time. I'm enjoying myself, and that's the only way I can see it. My boy Rain Man, always a pleasure. Jedi, I appreciate you. My boy Malcolm, Mr. MJB in the place to be. Jaws, my brother Jamal, appreciate you coming through. My boy Pedro, always good to see you, bruh. Kim Jong Barack, I love you, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Fellow traveler, if you want your shout out, leave your name down in the chat box. On my way out, I will make sure that I shout you out. All right, so Mr. Wonderful, always a pleasure, my G, and happy birthday to you, my bruh. The Observer Melanin, appreciate you coming through and showing some love. I think I got my man Reggie Dollars. If I didn't, I'm giving it to you right now, man. El Ghost, appreciate y'all being here. Let me see who else we got. I gotta get the newbies. My boy San Juan, much love to you, man. Shit, who else we got? I gotta get everybody I did. And my boy Lamont, appreciate you coming through, man. I know my man Alaskan Whiskey was here earlier. Appreciate you coming through, my G. Shit. If I miss your name, leave it down at the bottom, because Doc's just trying to run through this real quick. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna get y'all. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna make sure I touch everybody the right way and the wrong way at the exact same time. Earl Owens, man, much love to you, my G. My boy MD, I see you in the building. Heminger, always a pleasure, my dude. If you guys are out and you don't get your shout out, you know, you'll catch it later. My boy, Mr. Pissed Off Bus Driver. Let's put a smile on that face. You don't always got to be pissed off, man. You know, it's always good to see you here too. If I miss you, leave it down at the bottom. My boy Smooth Riffs, I see you. My boy Dave Wise, I see you in the building. Like I said, my brother Alaskan Whiskey, man, much love. Anti-Gravity 74, my boy Robert Morris, man. All right, that's everybody that I've seen. Let me scroll back down to the bottom and get all the extra people that I may have missed. Who else we got? All right, Malcolm, I'm gonna wait for that video, man. All right, Dave, you guys have been awesome. All right, man. Doc's gonna go ahead and call it an evening. I'm not sure if I'm gonna come on tomorrow, but if I do, you guys will be the first to know with the notification. All right, so with that being said, the good Doc is officially out. At least Nako, which means I'm going now. Bye bye. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita, mabuhay. Peace.